Nobody saw this coming. 1 minute, the Eagles camp felt routine. The next, a brand new face stepped in and flipped the quarterback battle upside down. Jakorian Bennett didn't stroll in like a newcomer. He walked in like he already belonged. Fresh off a move from the Raiders, he wasn't waiting for an introduction. He went straight into drills, lining up against the same players who were already under fire for their shaky preseason showing. This wasn't quiet competition. It felt like a challenge thrown down in the middle of the field. Bennetts Energy hit the camp fast. You could see the urgency in every snap, the kind that makes veterans glance over their shoulder. For a position group that just got burned by Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, his timing couldn't be more dangerous. Every rep Bennett takes is a warning shot to the guys ahead of him on the depth chart. He's not here to work his way in. He's here to grab the spot if they leave the door open for even a second. And with the way he's moving, that door might not stay shut for long. The real question now, how will the rest of this cornerback group respond before someone locks that starting job for good? Don't forget to subscribe to Red Zone Report for more powerful NFL stories. The Bengals game didn't just leave bruises, it exposed a real problem. Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson had no easy answers for the talent across from them, and it showed on nearly every big play. Missed tackles, open lanes, and moments where the coverage just wasn't tight enough have now put their spots under a harsh spotlight. In a league where one mistake can swing a game, these errors don't get ignored. Coaches aren't sugarcoating it either. The film doesn't lie, and neither do the numbers. Both players faced one of the toughest wideouts in the game, but that doesn't erase the fact that the Eagles' defense looked vulnerable. The timing couldn't be worse, with Bennett now breathing down their necks and proving in real time that he's ready to compete. Inside the locker room, the message is simple. Fix it now or risk losing your role. Every practice rep is a test. Every coverage drill is a chance to either win trust back or watch it fade even further. And with joint practices coming up, the pressure will only grow. The Eagles can't afford a shaky secondary when the season starts. And right now, the competition isn't just about who plays better, it's about who can be trusted when the game is on the line. While most eyes were locked on Bennett's arrival, Eli Ricks decided it was his moment to speak without saying a word. He read a throw perfectly, broke on the ball, and took it all the way back for 6. No celebration needed. The play said everything. It was a reminder that this undrafted fighter isn't here to fill a jersey. He's here to take a job. Ricks has been stacking moments like this all offseason, from picking off Jalen Hurts in camp to nearly turning a preseason pass breakup into another touchdown. His game is built on sharp instincts and fearless play. Every time the ball comes his way, he looks like he's already planned how to make it his. For a player who wasn't supposed to be in the spotlight, he's forced his way into the conversation. Coaches love production, and Ricks keeps delivering it. He's making the kind of plays that can't be ignored when depth chart talks begin. Now, the real intrigue is what happens if he keeps this pace. A hot streak in camp is one thing. Turning it into a spot in the starting lineup would change the whole shape of the Eagles' secondary. Some battles in camp are quiet. This one is anything but. Every time Quinion Mitchell lines up across from A.J. Brown, the air changes. You can hear the talk, see the tension, and feel that neither man is willing to give an inch. These aren't casual practice reps. They're personal, and they're loud. Mitchell brings the hunger of a young player trying to prove he can go toe-to-toe with one of the league's best. Brown brings the pride of a star who refuses to be outworked. The result is a back and forth that pushes both to their limits. Every contested catch, every hand fight at the line is a statement. It's more than entertainment for the rest of the team. These clashes set a tone. When your top talent battles like it's a playoff game in August, it raises the standard for everyone watching. It's a daily reminder that nothing in this camp is given. Everything is taken. If these two keep pushing each other like this, the real winners will be the Eagles on game day. Because when your practice fights are this fierce, Sunday matchups start to feel a little easier. When Jalen Hurts decides to turn it on, there's not much anyone can do to stop him. In his latest showing, he tore through the offensive line like it wasn't even there. A swatted pass here, a strip sack on Jalen Hurts there, and that was all before practice hit the halfway mark. It was dominance from the first whistle to the last rep. Carter's presence isn't just felt, it's unavoidable. Linemen who usually hold their ground find themselves being pushed back or beaten off the snap in seconds. His mix of speed, power, and timing makes him one of those rare players who can wreck a game plan before it even starts. The scary part? This might not even be his peak. Coaches believe he's still got another gear to hit. And if that's true, offenses across the league are going to have a serious problem. A camp performance like this isn't just a good sign, it's a warning. And for the rest of the defensive line, Carter's surge only raises the bar. If the man next to you is tearing it up, you either match the energy or get left behind. Injuries can shift a roster in seconds, and that's exactly what happened when Jix Hunt left practice early. With one of the top edge rushers sidelined, the door opened for Josh to step in, and he didn't waste the chance. From his first snap, he looked like he belonged with the starters. Josh's reps weren't just placeholders. He brought speed off the edge, stayed disciplined against the run, and showed the kind of focus coaches love to see in a next-man-up situation. It's the type of performance that can turn a temporary opportunity into a permanent role. Fangio's comments only added weight to the moment. He made it clear the team needs someone to step forward behind the top two edge rushers, and right now Josh is leading that race. That says a lot when you're battling in one of the most competitive spots on the defense. For players fighting for depth chart position, these are the days that matter most. If Josh keeps this up, Hunt's return might not automatically mean he gets his spot back. The injury list in camp finally got some good news. Zach Bond was back on the field after missing valuable time, giving the defense a needed boost in depth and experience. His return helped stabilize a group that's been juggling rotations over the past week. On the flip side, A.J. Brown is still out with a hamstring issue. His absence is being felt, not just in drills, but in the overall rhythm of the offense. Without him, the receiving corps has to adjust quickly, with others stepping into bigger roles during key practice sessions. Elijah Cooks also had a scare after being carted off recently, but early signs say it's nothing serious. That's a relief for a player trying to make his mark before roster cuts. Every practice matters for him, and missing too much time could hurt his chances. Sidney Brown's return was another positive. Back with no restrictions, he looked sharper and more controlled in his reps. If he can keep that balance between aggression and discipline, he could solidify his place as a reliable option in the secondary. Darius Cooper is making sure his name stays in the mix. Coming off an impressive showing against the Bengals, he carried that momentum straight into practice. His routes were clean, his hands were sure, and he didn't shy away from challenging the defense in tight coverage. What really stood out was seeing him take reps with the first team. That's a strong signal the coaches want to see how he handles a bigger stage. For a young player trying to climb the depth chart, those chances don't come often, and Cooper looked ready for them. Jalen Hurts had a sharp day himself, completing 15 of 19 passes with no turnovers, and Cooper was part of that rhythm. The two connected on several plays that showed good timing and trust, which is exactly what you want to see building in camp. If Cooper keeps stacking days like this, he could force some tough choices in the receiver room. In a crowded competition, steady production might be enough to turn him from a preseason standout into a regular season contributor. Blessings to all my Red Zone Report subscriber family. Your support means everything. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and I'll catch you in the next one.